कांक्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं कांक्षन्तां कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवता यजन्त इह देवता क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके क्षिप्रं हि सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा सिद्धिर् Any volunteers who would like to read translation? Bhavat?
We can read, Prabhuji.
Please go ahead.
Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Puppet. There is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world and men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. The Vedas say, Nitya Nityanam, God is one, Ishvara Paramah Krishna. The Supreme God is one, Krishna, and the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or pasant. Even
Pashandi.
Pasandi. Okay, I missed the I.
Yeah, no problem.
Pasandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Virinchinutam. I don't know if I said that correct. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. Iha Devatah denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world. But Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to the material creation. Even Sri Prada Shankaracharya, the leader of the impersonalist, maintains that Narayana or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people, Rita Jnana, worship the demigods because they want immediate results. They get the results but do not know that results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness and he has no need to worship the paltry demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshipping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons, and they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardships of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment, and to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worshipping empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for reading so nicely. Okay, so we are in the section of Bhagavad Gita, fourth chapter, Transcendental Knowledge, Divya Gyan. Here, Krishna is telling how he had given this knowledge previously also to Sun God, and it was going on, and now he is reviving it through Arjun, and he appears every yuga to re-establish dharma, to protect the devotees and annihilate the miscreants. And then he said that as one approach me, so he said, annihilate the miscreants and protect the devotees. Somebody will say, why? Why are you being partial? You are annihilating the miscreant and protecting the devotee. You should protect everybody. So then Krishna is saying, Ye yathamam prapadyante tam sthataiva bhajamyaham, that Krishna reciprocates in whatever way the other party approaches him. If we approach Krishna with love, he reciprocates with love. If we approach Krishna with an attitude of envy, hatred, and attacking Krishna, he reciprocates in that way. And now in this particular shloka, he is talking about how some people they approach demigods, they worship demigods. So Krishna also takes that into consideration. So Krishna is saying that people in this world they have a lot of desires, and to fulfill the desires sometimes they take shortcut to fulfill the desire by methods which are there in the scriptures, but those are not the highest methods. So what are those methods? The methods are, okay, you go and worship some devata. So let's say if somebody's health is bad, then there are certain ways by which you can worship Lord Surya Dev, and there are different such methods. Sometimes you may have seen, people go to Pandit or some astrologer and they tell some do this, do that. Some of them may be just, not bona fide, but certain things may be even bona fide according to scriptures. So people may worship some demigods for that way. And Krishna is saying that these people may get quick results because these are in the scriptures. They may please a demigod and they may get the result. But this is not real spirituality. Krishna is not actually encouraging this. So we see, can you give any examples of people who approached demigods and got the powers very easily? And then they later misuse those powers. Who will give the example? There's so many, right?
I don't remember, but one got from Shiva and then he burnt himself by putting his
Yeah,
hand on his
yeah,
head.
okay. Bhasmasur.
Hmm.
He wanted. Yeah, Ravan. Classic example, right? Raman, Kumbhakaran, they worshipped Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. They got so many powers. And then when they got the powers, what did they do? They misused the powers. Hiranyakashyap, he got the powers. Hiranyaksh, he got the powers. So, like that, there are so many examples. They worship the demigods, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Mother Durga. So like these, there are many demigods who are worshipped by these people who are focused on getting some desires fulfilled for selfish motive. So here, Prabhupada is saying actually people in general, they don't even have the idea of distinction between gods and demigods. They think everything is one only. Or they may think, okay, different demigods, different gods are there. You have so many gods in Hinduism, and we believe in many gods. Actually, both of these are incorrect. The correct thing is that God is always one. And we have to see the scriptures, what scriptures are talking who God is. In all the religion, actually, different bona fide religions who may have a belief in God, we see that God is one. It's always said. And just like sun is called different names in different places. Someone may say sun, someone may say Surya, someone may say uh, Seoul. Like that, different languages may have different names for sun. Similarly, God is one, and different religions, different languages may have different names. In Sanskrit, we see here it is mentioned that Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna. This is actually from Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma is praying. He starts his prayer by this. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The top Ishvara means controller. Paramahi means topmost. So the topmost controller is Krishna. This is Lord Brahma is saying. So different demigods are actually different living entities. They are not just all one. Brahmaji has his own personality. Lord Shiva has his own personality. Ganesh ji has his own personality. They are empowered living entities. They are great because they have done great service in the past. They are actually all devotees of Krishna. And because they had done great service and with their desires, they got these positions in which they are controlling. They are big controllers, but they are under the supervision of Krishna. Krishna, that's why Prabhupada said Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this phrase is very important. Supreme means topmost. Personality means he's a person who can have loving exchanges. He's not just an energy somewhere. He can have exchange of emotions with us. That is God. And supreme personality of Godhead. Godhead means it's not just one single person, supreme. No. Godhead means he has his own entourage, paraphernalia. He has his own associates. He has his own devotees, like that. So, supreme personality of Godhead. And then here it is mentioned these demigods are all living entities, Nitya Nam, with different grades of material power. So demigods also have different grade. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, these are the highest. But then other demigods, Surya, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, head of them is Lord Indra, like that. And then anybody who is thinking God, demigods, they're all same, actually is called, he's in ignorance. He's Pashandi. Or he does not have belief in scriptures. So he's an atheist, Nastic. Because he's not following the scriptures. So here it is mentioned that Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma, they are extraordinarily great, but you cannot compare them with the Supreme Lord. Just like there could be an elder brother, there could be a younger brother, but none of them will become. There may be so many elder brothers, sisters, but none of them will actually become same as the father or the mother. Father and mother have their own position, and that is who they are. You can't say I can have somebody else as my father or mother. That position is already taken, or I will become my own father and mother. No, your father and mother is already there. Now the only thing you could do is you can become somebody else's father and mother. You can have your elder brother, elder sister. You can, respect them in that way. but your father and your mother is already decided, confirmed, and that position is already taken. Similarly, the topmost supreme personality, the supreme father, the supreme mother, that is already is Krishna. That is decided. That position is already there. Others, all these demigods, they can be like elder brothers. They are great personalities. And when we show them respect, we show them respect, understanding that they are great devotees of Lord. On the other hand, ordinary people, when they show respect to the demigods, what do they have in mind? They have in mind how we can get our desires fulfilled. Give me this, give me that. That kind of a whole order list is there. Because of which many people just go to gods, demigods, for asking. And then somebody says, oh, no, no, not this mandir, that mandir, all the wishes will be fulfilled. So the person says, okay, okay, this mandir cancel, I'll go to that mandir. This is not showing love for God. This is showing the love for the items which you need. And if those items can be provided by God, then I don't mind worshipping God. That is the mentality. But love for God means I'm not concerned about the items. I'm only concerned about my relationship with God. I want to offer my heart and my love to God. That is a totally different way in which God reciprocates that person. Because Krishna is saying, whatever way you approach me, same way I reciprocate. So if we are going to Krishna for things only, then Krishna reciprocates in that way. If we are going to Krishna because no things, no condition, nothing, I want to offer my love to you, then Krishna reciprocates in that way and he offers his love to us. He's already offering to all of everybody, all living entities. But for the person who is exclusively loving Krishna, Krishna exclusively reciprocates with the love which is special for that person. That is the whole science of bhakti. That is the difference between bhakti and puja. Puja, labh, pratishtha, all these things are there which ordinary people do. But bhakti is what devotees do, expressing their love for God. Bhakti means love. Puja means business exchange. Okay, I'm doing something for God, I will get some benefit. So that is like business mentality. Is it making sense?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, great. Then next point Prabhupada is saying here is that people sometimes misunderstand. So those people who don't understand the form of God, don't understand the science, they use what is called as anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. What does this mean? This is misunderstanding. So anthropomorphism actually means when you superimpose a form of humans on God. And zoomorphism means superimposing the form of an animal on God. So this is not appropriate. One should not do such things, superimposing. But we have to accept the forms, description of the forms of God which are mentioned in scriptures. So if scripture says Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, Vaman, Parshuram, Ram, Krishna, all these are actually the forms of God, we accept them. But if somebody does it whimsically, speculatively, without the sanction of scriptures, those are not accepted. So that is to be clarified. But some people, they think these avatars which are mentioned in the scriptures, they are also concocted by people, speculated. That's not true. Then here it is mentioned that Narayan, Vishnu, Krishna does not belong to this world. He is above. And then Prabhupada is quoting Shripad Shankaracharya. Anybody here knows who is Shankaracharya? Who is Shankaracharya?
Isn't he like the leader of the impersonalists? Like it's a
Okay, yeah, it's mentioned here, leader of impersonalists. Okay, so what does that mean?
he told all the atheists that he's also Shiva, but he told all the atheists that to like not follow Krishna.
Okay, so Shankaracharya is actually a personality, an acharya who appeared uh, long ago. So after Lord Buddha appeared, Buddhism started to spread. And when Buddhism started to spread, the teachings of the Vedas were being ignored. Because prior to Buddhism, the teachings of the Vedas were misunderstood. People were thinking that these are actually talking about using, actually, people were using the Vedas to do animal sacrifice and misuse those teachings. Whatever was there in the scriptures was being misunderstood, misused. So Lord Buddha appeared, and Lord Buddha appeared to teach people how to have basic qualities, non-violence, peace, so on and so forth. And people, they actually got impressed because when God appears, he can actually transform the heart of people and mesmerize them. So he did that, and a lot of people start becoming Buddhist. But then the next question came, now people are ignoring Vedas and the scriptures, which is not the highest thing. So, how to bring them back? So, then for this particular task, Lord Shiva was given the um, duty to bring everyone under the Vedic realm. And from Buddhism to Vedic realm, how to do that? Tell them everything is actually one, same as God or Brahman. So when he appeared as Shankaracharya. Lord Shiva appeared as Shankaracharya, and basically he encouraged everybody to take this. Now Lord Shiva wasn't too pleased doing this, but because he was actually asked to do it, he had to accept. So even when he appeared, even though he gave the uh, you know partially correct signs of coming under the Vedic realm, bringing everybody under the Vedic culture, and he gave books, commentary on Vedanta Sutra, uh, namely Shariraka Bhashya, and he had a lot of followers. Even right now, you see Shankaracharya is there. So this is Shripad Shankaracharya is the Adi Shankaracharya. This is the one after which now anyone who leads his followers, they are also called as Shankaracharya. But this is Adi. He is the first one, the one whom we are talking about. And even he said so in so many places about the supremacy of Narayan or Krishna. He wrote a song, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam Moodhamate. Jagannath Ashtakam also, from some sources, it seems like it was written by Shankaracharya. So, like that, different opportunity Shankaracharya took to glorify Lord Narayan or Krishna, and even said that he is beyond this world. Narayan is beyond this material creation. Now, of course, later on, Shankaracharya's teachings, they became, uh, not just impersonalistic, but also Mayavadi, which is not totally in accordance with scriptures. It is actually considered a misunderstanding, and therefore one has to understand that God has both
तुम लोगों के टाइम में तो मतलब अतुल के टाइम में तो
God has both impersonal as well as personal aspects. Just like, I'll give you an example. Let's say a food is being prepared in the next room, and uh, let's say it's pakoras. Now, when pakoras are being prepared in the next room, in the kitchen, and you are in another room, study room, how is the first thing by which you will sense that, oh, maybe some pakoras are being cooked? What do you think?
Smell.
Okay, yes, smell. Yes. So you'll start having the smell, maybe some noise may come. So you think, okay, some pakoras are being cooked. And then when you actually go and see, then you can actually pinpoint on where the pakoras are, where are they localized. So that will be sight by vision. And what will be the third way by which you can get more idea about the pakoras?
Taste.
Yeah, by touching, tasting. So, first aspect of smelling is compared to the impersonal aspect of God. So, God's understanding, this power who's existing everywhere, Brahman, is like the impersonal sense of smell because it's everywhere in the air. So, you can smell the pakoras. Then second is sight, which is localized. That is compared to the Paramatma realization, localized in everyone's heart. And then Bhagavan means when we are actually tasting the pakoras, touching the pakoras, how crispy they are. So all these different level of realizations are there. So the impersonalists, they focus only on the first one, that God is everywhere, power, energy, like that. So this is similar to just knowing the smell of the pakoras. That is like half knowledge. So Prabhupada is basically not encouraging half knowledge. He's saying have the full knowledge of the scripture. And then Prabhupada is also coming back to the point of demigods and saying that people are not very intelligent to worship the demigods. In fact, Krishna will also tell this in the later chapters that those who are less intelligent worship the demigods. And the results, they may get quick results, but they are temporary and they go away. So, less intelligent people do that. But intelligent people worship Krishna. And there is no need to actually go and like it is said, मक्खन लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है demigods को. You don't go, okay, I'm going to do some arti, something, some formality, thinking that you'll get the results. That is, just give and take relationship which people have with demigods, not based upon love. So that is not very much encouraged. It's mentioned here demigods of this material world as well as their worshippers will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. What does it mean? It means that the demigod's body is not permanent. Krishna's body is permanent. The demigods are also living entities. They will take birth again depending upon what is their destination. They may take higher or lower birth depending upon the karmas and all of those things, activities. But demigods are actually authorized to give boons. So they can give you boons. Just like somebody who may be a boss in your workplace. That person has the authority to either keep you, give you promotion, or give you a pay cut, or even say goodbye to you. So that may be there. So till the time demigods are in their position, they have all these powers. But ultimately, their body is temporary, and whoever are worshipping them, they are also actually having temporary body. The only thing, the only person who is permanent is Krishna. And therefore, when we connect with Krishna, then we also become spiritualized, are also uh, samskaras, and our attachment to Krishna is uh, going to help us in advancing in future lives or perfecting ourselves in this very life. Then we don't have to take birth. But people generally, Prabhupada is saying, are going after temporary things, just material things. They may want more comfortable life, more wealth, may more possessions, you know, bigger family, and all of those things. But they are forgetting in this process. They are forgetting their relationship with God or Krishna. So if they are in temporary thought process, they will be inclined to worshipping demigods because they feel will get quick results. Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. He is quickly satisfied. So let me worship him rather than reconnecting my relationship with Krishna. This is what Ravan, Hiranyakashyap, all these demons did. But did they get the desired result? No. They were actually destroyed because of their less intelligent attitude of getting powers, and they landed up misusing it. So Prabhupada is saying even in material world we see sometimes people go to some boss, some people, some minister, some powerful contact, and they try to butter them, please them. Oh, okay, give them some money, give them some things. So this is how they try to get some benediction or benefit from them. Prabhupada is saying these are temporary booths. This is not appropriate. This is foolish idea. Foolish people do this. Krishna conscious person worships Krishna because that's a permanent solution. We read previously also. Akam sarva kamo va moksha kamo dardi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. That Krishna consciousness is permanent solution. If somebody is wanting too many desires, no desire or desire of liberation, either way worship Krishna and you will be actually taken care. But people are actually not so much interested in Krishna consciousness. We can see that many people they may wanted to read Bhagavad Gita, and then we started these conference, and some of them they said they will come, they never came, and then some of them were able to come, but they were not able to consistently come. So we see people, but if you tell them somebody, oh, we are going to be giving away $10,000, everybody will come, right? Whoever comes will get. So everybody will come. But this science, which is much more precious, much more valuable, people are not understanding the value. Not able to read at home, not able to associate with those who are able to, help, guide. So that is missing because people are not attracted to Krishna consciousness because they are so much covered, their consciousness is so much covered by material things, material consciousness, material opportunities, material way of enjoying. So this is what I can share from this particular shloka. Anybody has any questions, any comments, any points? तो
हाँ,
विदित
क्वेश्चन है एक।
हाँ जी
अ,
बताइए।
बोलते हैं कि शिवा, देर आर ट्रिनिटी, बोलते हैं ना कि वो ही रूट है शिवा। what the other one, कृष्ण, शिवा महेश, लाइक टॉप पे रूट में शिव, मिडल में महेश, एंड टॉप में what is the other god? Three main gods.
हाँ, तो अभी हम उसके बारे में डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। आपने अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा। सो द
Mhm.
क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट अबाउट द थ्री ट्रिनिटी ऑफ ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश।
Brahma, yes, yes.
सो लेट्स डिस्कस। सो व्हाई इज कृष्ण सुप्रीम लॉर्ड? व्हाई? इफ आई आस्क यू, व्हाई
Mhm.
डू यू से कृष्णा इज द सुप्रीम? व्हाट
बिकॉज मैंने तो सुना था शिवा महादेवा। सो
विल
अभी तक तो वो था, अभी यहाँ के सुप्रीम लॉर्ड कृष्णा देखा, मगर वो भी सुना है कि तीनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है ये वर्ल्ड चलाने में। सो
यस।
मालूम नहीं।
So Mahadev, you're right. Mahadev means he is the highest of all the devtas. He
हम्म
is the most powerful of all the devtas. But Krishna is the supreme God. So how do we know that? What are the sources? So let's discuss. So Krishna is actually not an avatar. Krishna is avatari. That is what scriptures say. So after in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 28th shlok, Sukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj, Sut Goswami is telling the sages of Naimisharanya, Ete chamsa kalah pumsah Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. So he described so many avatars and so many incarnations. And then he says, but out of all of these which I have described, they are all avatars, but they are coming from someone. Who? That is Krishna. Krishna to Bhagwan Swayam. So Krishna is the source of everyone. He is the original personality. Even the Vishnu, Narayan, all comes from Krishna. So this is what Srimad Bhagavatam tells. And not just once. There's so many places it is mentioned. Lord Brahma, he himself says, Ishwaraha Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadar Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So who is Krishna? He is topmost controller. His body is full of knowledge, full of bliss, eternal. And he is the source of everything. There is no one who was before him. He is the first and he is the source. Sarva Karana Karanam.
Krishna, Vishnu avatar is the main avatar or the Krishna avatar?
So Krishna is actually the source, and
Mm,
Vishnu is the same person, but
mhm,
Vishnu is the official फॉर्म ऑफ द लॉर्ड। जैसे ऑफिस के अंदर जब बैठते हैं तो कैसे आप कोट पैंट पहन के बैठोगे और आप काम करोगे, राइट? यू विल डू
mhm,
योर वर्क इन ऑफिशियल ड्रेस, एंड व्हेन यू मीट पीपल यू विल मीट वेरी ऑफिशियली, राइट?
mhm,
उनसे मतलब उतना ही बात करोगे जितनी काम की है, आप ज्यादा नहीं रखोगे। लेकिन आप घर में कैसे होते हो? आप रिलैक्स्ड होते हो, घर में अपने फ्रेंड से भी मिलते हो, बच्चों से भी मिलते हो, फैमिली से भी मिलते हो, और बड़े रिलैक्स्ड वे में, राइट?
mhm,
So that is the difference between Krishna and Vishnu. Krishna is at home. Krishna is
mm,
God at home. तो आप देखते हो कि विष्णु के साथ सब रिस्पेक्टफुली हाथ जोड़ के बैठते हैं, लेकिन
mhm,
कृष्णा के साथ जो उनके ग्वाल बाले हैं, बालक हैं, वो आते हैं उनके सर पर चढ़ जाते हैं। एक लड्डू खाया उसने, वो कहता बड़ा टेस्टी है कृष्णा, तू भी खा, तेरे मुंह में डाल दिया। तो ये कृष्णा की एक्चुअली फैमिली है। डज इट मेक सेंस?
हाँ,
बट विष्णु के साथ कोई ऐसा नहीं करेगा कि वे आधा खा के लड्डू डाल दिया, नहीं, सब रिस्पेक्टफुली दूर से। नारायण के लिए भी उनके साथ बहुत रिस्पेक्ट का एटीट्यूड है। तो जब बहुत ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट होती है तो प्रेम एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन कृष्णा के साथ प्रेम इतना ज्यादा इंटेंस है कि रिस्पेक्ट की जरूरत ही नहीं है, रिस्पेक्ट ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाती है जहां प्रेम होता है।
love is the supreme form of the bhakti. So,
यस, यस।
okay,
तो कृष्णा के साथ हर तरीके का लव एक्सचेंज कर सकते हैं।
okay,
तो
ठीक।
यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि एक कैंडल का एग्जांपल दिया है ब्रह्म संहिता में, कि जैसे एक कैंडल है, उससे कई सारी कैंडल जल सकती है, लेकिन जो फर्स्ट कैंडल थी वो स्पेशली रहती है, और वो है कृष्णा। कृष्णा इज द ओरिजिनल। और उनसे कई सारे नारायण, विष्णु, ऐसे कई सारे अवतार आए। लेकिन कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं, कृष्ण इज द सुप्रीम। तो फिर डेमी गॉड्स, देवता, ये सब क्या है? देवता भी कंट्रोलर है, मगर दे आर नॉट इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्रोलर्स। दे आर कंट्रोलर्स who are given this position by Krishna. Um, so Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, they are also given role. They are greatest of all demigods. Lord Brahma is the creator. He is given the service of creating. And then Lord Shiva, he is the destroyer. So creating is difficult, but still, um, creation, one can do. Destroying is easier, but the most difficult is to maintain. क्रिएशन एक बारी हो गई, लेकिन व्हाट अबाउट मेंटेनेंस? दैट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम एंड एनर्जी. सो दैट वर्क Krishna took himself, and he does that in the form of Lord Vishnu. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Actually, all these are called as avatar. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. What kind of avatar they are called as? We had discussed this the other day when I did the presentation on avatars. And they are called as Guna avatar. What avatars? Guna
Guna
avatar.
Avtar.
Guna avatar
Guna
means,
Avatar.
Guna avatar means Satoguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. They take control of that. So Satoguna is Lord Vishnu, Rajoguna is Lord Brahma, and Tamoguna is Lord Shiva. They are all controlling these modes. And they are engaged in the service of Lord Krishna, everybody. So, what is different between Lord Shiva and Lord uh, Vishnu or Lord Krishna? So, Vishnu is compared to a milk, and Lord Shiva is compared to a yogurt. Shiram yatha dadi vikara vishesha yogat. So, just like you can form yogurt when milk comes in contact with some milk gets fermented, comes in contact with something sour. Similarly, when Lord Vishnu comes in contact with the material nature, that is Lord Shiva. Then he takes the form of Lord Shiva. So, Krishna is the supreme, it's given in so many places. Krishna himself says in 10.8, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. 7.7, Krishna says, O conqueror of well, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Rigved also said, Tad Vishnu Param Padam Sada Pashyanti Surya. The demigods always look towards the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. And Prabhupada also quotes from the Bhagavad Gita, if you sincerely try to serve Krishna, he will give you the intelligence to understand and to come back to him. So these are different tattvas. Tattvas means different living entities. So Vishnu Tattva means those who are actually Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan, um, Vaman, Narsimhadev, Lord Ram, they are all Vishnu Tattva. Then comes Shiv Tattva. Shiv Tattva means Lord Shiva. And then Jeev Tattva means all the other demigods, Lord Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Vayu, and all of us. We are all Jeev Tattva. So then, whom should we worship? Krishna or demigods? What do you guys think?
Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna. Why? Because if we worship Krishna, all the demigods will be happy and pleased. But if you worship the demigods individually, then they will not be so much happy. Like Hanumanji. If you see Hanumanji life, he is always worshipping Lord Ram. मगर आप जाओ हनुमान जी को मक्खन लगाने लग जाओ, अगरबत्ती कर रहे हो, आप आरती कर रहे हो, और हनुमान जी से चीजें मांग रहे हो कि घर गाड़ी बंगला मुझे दे दो, तो हनुमान जी उसमें ज्यादा खुश होंगे, या इफ यू वर्शिप लॉर्ड राम देन ही विल बी मोर प्लीज्ड? व्हाट डू यू गाइस थिंक?
Yeah. Lord Ram. Play Lord Ram.
Pray to
Yeah,
Lord Ram.
because
But
Hanuman
log
ji
to
did that throughout his life. Somebody gave him valuable jewel, and he saw every pearl, and nothing was there which had Lord Ram in it. So he threw. He said, "What is this?" He was himself Bal Brahmachari. He was not wanting anything else other than service of Lord Ram. So if you worship Lord Ram, then Hanumanji will be most pleased. That is actually the way of pleasing any of the demigods. If you worship Lord uh, Krishna, then all the demigods automatically get pleased. Like if you put the water in the root of the tree or the plant, then all the parts of the plant are nourished. Similarly, when you worship Krishna, all the demigods are ultimately getting satisfied. So somebody may say, why did Lord Ram worship Shiva at Rameshwaram? So, do you know? Can anybody tell?
Why was that? I don't know.
Because he
Yeah.
res-
Because he was Maryada Purushottam, means he was ideal king, and he was following the rules and regulations and the rituals which were given, and he also wanted to show that Lord Shiva has to be respected. He is greatest of all devotees. He is not to be, somebody may say, oh, okay, so Vishnu is supreme, so we should just disrespect the demigods. No, he was showing this. And in the Kurma Puran, it is mentioned that this shows the close relationship between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. So Lord Shiva is always, see the eyes closed and he's meditating. He's actually meditating on Lord Vishnu or Lord Ram, like that. So they have that relationship. Okay. So anybody else has any questions on this?
But Prabhuji,
Yes.
people people don't know. I mean, the ultimate goal of the human life is to get moksha, as we have been talking and discussing. But people don't know what is that. I mean, in practical sense, people don't know what is moksha. So all people understand is how to get rid of pain. And then they end up worshipping whatever that is brought to them. You know, there was a time, there was Santoshima, something. Yeah, it was very popular. And people made ritual, they worshipped. Why? Because I think they wanted to get some Manushkamna Puran type of thing. Yeah. And so, thing is, I don't know. I mean, how, and I'm thinking how it is possible to ingrain this idea of Krishna is the supreme Godhead and not whatever that you get your hold of and you pray, because people pray whatever that they get hold of, and I mean whatever that they have access to, let me put it that way. And it's just because they don't understand that ultimate goal of the life or the bhakti, and give love. But they do that, of course, through humanity. But more so, they do that to self fulfillment, and that is to escape the pain.
Yeah. So we have to understand that everybody has their own journey, which they are, there's a path and journey which they are trying to follow. And
Mhm.
Krishna is guiding as Paramatma every moment to everybody. To the extent one is open and seriously and sincerely seeking for it, to that extent, he or she will be able to hear the guidance and follow it. And what is the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is to be happy. Everybody wants happiness. What Krishna is telling is this world is actually not meant for the happiness. You may get some small happiness here, which may last for a few days, weeks, months, years, but then distress will come. You can't stay happy forever here. There will be diseases, there will be bodily problems, there will be mental problems, there will be family problems, there will be so many distress and problems. So, like you said, moksha, that's what is there. This chart you see?
Hmm.
One second, actually. You're seeing this chart now?
Hmm. I
So
am.
this chart actually shows our universe here.
Hmm.
This is just one of the many universe. Now, if you see, this universe has so many different planets. So in Vedic culture, they are divided into Satyalok, Tapalok, Janalok, Maharlok, Swargalok, Bhuvarlok. Then we are at Bhurlok, which is Earth. And then there are hellish planets Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patal.
Hmm.
Depending upon how one is performing the activities, one will go up or down. And there are so many demigods. You see all these demigods,
Hmm.
they are all controlling. And Lord Vishnu is here. And
Hmm.
Garbhodak ocean is actually where uh, he's resting. Now, let's say somebody does spiritual activities and he starts advancing. Now, if he becomes really steady and he sticks to worship of Krishna, then he goes from here above.
Hmm.
And then as one is going above, all these higher planetary systems are coming, but one is fixed on Krishna. So one is not going to any of the higher planetary systems. Then beyond this is Brahmajyoti. Beyond Brahmajyoti is Kailash Dham of Lord Shiva. Then beyond this is Vaikuntha Dham. This is moksha. Moksha means coming out of the cycle of birth and death. So Brahmajyoti can also be considered moksha, but there is a risk of coming back down when you are in Brahmajyoti.
Hmm.
And one, because one is not completely satisfied, one is not in ananda and one is not having a relationship. But when one goes to the Vaikuntha planets here, these are different. See, Vaman, Narsingh Dev, Varah Dev, all the Vishnu planet, Vishnu lok, this is Saket Dham of Lord Ram. And then ultimately Saket Dham, this is Ayodhya Dham. Then ultimately is Golok Vrindavan Dham of Krishna. This is the highest. When one comes here, one is actually in total bliss and happiness. Vaikuntha means no anxiety, no misery. So, what Krishna and Paramatma are doing, they are guiding us from within to go to higher. Now, let's say one is not completely advanced and pure, but one is pious, one is doing good, nice activities. So, from this Bhurlok, they may go to Bhuvarlok, they may go to Swarglok, they may go to Maharlok, Janalok, Taplok, Satyalok, Brahma's abode. So, like that, they may advance a little. But those advancement are not needed when you are on earth, because on earth you have some happiness, some distress, and if you utilize your human form, you go back to Krishna, the Vaikuntha planets. But let's say you misuse, you're doing lots of uh, sins, and you say, oh, I don't know what is pap punya, I'll do whatever my mind says. Then you have a risk of going to lower planets, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patal. And
Hmm.
there there'll be more miseries. So a choice is ours. In Bhurlok, in Bhulok, it's our choice. We can decide where we want to go. Just like when you are on top of building, you're on the terrace of a 10 or 15 story building.
Hmm.
When you are at the top of the terrace, you can decide what you want to do. You can play there, eat there. You can come back down through the stairs. But
Hmm.
let's say you decide you want to jump out of the building. and you 15-story building is there and you decide, okay, I'll jump out. Now, once you jump out and then you decide after 3 stories down, you fell, three or four, you said, no, 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 I want to go back. Now that choice is not there. It was there when you were on the terrace, but now you have taken a jump. Now that choice is not there. So similarly, in Bhulok, the choice is there in the human body, what you want to do. Once you go, you leave this body and you go to lower planets or you go to animal body, then you won't have a choice in animal body to practice spirituality. This is the body in which you can practice spirituality. You've been blessed with intelligence. We've been blessed with association of devotees. We have access. We have some intelligence, some curiosity, some understanding. So if we utilize it right now, that will be best. And then even if we don't get completely purified, to whatever extent we do get purified, we next life we start from where we left off. We don't have to go through, so many different lifetimes. But if we waste this chance, we don't take it seriously, we are like, it's okay, then we are taking a risk, big risk. We may not get this chance again. Does it make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So
Thank
people,
you for the
everybody,
good.
yeah, thank you. So everybody is given an opportunity based upon their desires. So many people who are joining here, they had the desire, and Krishna is reciprocating with your desires of understanding Bhagavad Gita more and more so that you can engage in understanding and applying in your daily life. Nice question. Thank you. Anybody else? Any questions, any comments, any other points? All right. So I think we'll end here. Thank you very much. Granth Raj Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.